Hey there everyone, welcome to another video of Fox Android. So in today's video, I'm going to demonstrate how to read the data from the real-time database, right? So in the last video, we have learned how to write the data using Kotlin. So in this video, we'll be reading the data. So let me just give you a glimpse that what we'll be getting by the end of this video, right? So if you can see on my mobile screen, if I enter any username, for example, if I enter Maria and press read data, so you can see Maria Sharapova and age is 34. So we have read the data. We have read this data. So if I enter another username, so you can see we have read this node as well. So we'll be learning how to do this using Kotlin, right? So if you haven't checked out the last video, make sure to check out that video first by clicking on this I button, then continue on this video. So watch this video till the end. So without much ado, let's get started. So guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and press the bell notification icon for receiving notification of the upcoming videos. And by the end of the video, if you like the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button as well. So you can see that I have already designed this activity, right? So here we have this edit text fields for getting the username from the user. Then we have this read data button, and we have three text views where we will feed the data after reading it from the real-time database. So we're not going to discuss this because this is just a simple layout. And now we'll just quickly dive into the backend code. So I'll go to the read data file, right? So here first I'll declare view binding variable, right? And then we'll declare a variable or database reference, right? We'll name it as database only. Now we'll create object of view binding class, binding dot root, right? So if you do not know how to implement view binding, I've already made a separate video on that. You can check out that video. So now I'm gonna set the on-click listener on our read data button. So once the user presses this button, first thing we'll do is we'll capture the username entered in this variable, right? So binding dot et username dot text to string. So now we have got the username that was being entered by the user, and we'll just check that if username is not empty, right, then we'll call a method read data. We'll just create this method, don't worry about it. Pass the username as an argument. Else what we'll do is we'll raise a toast. So we have raised the toast, please enter the username, right? Now we'll create this method. So okay, the function has been created. So inside this function we'll get the reference of our database. So Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference, and we'll get the reference for the users node. So what this line of code will do is it will give us the reference for this node, right? So after that what we'll do is database dot child. So we'll pass username as an argument of the child dot get and attach the on success listener, right? So by calling this child and passing username as an argument that is given by the user, we'll get the reference to that node. For example, if a user enters Joshu as the username, we'll get the reference for this node, right? So after that we have used dot get. This method will fetch us the snapshot, data snapshot of that particular node, and we'll get the data snapshot here. Now we'll check if it dot exists. So if it exists in the snapshot, we'll do certain task, else we'll raise a toast. So if data does not exist, that means that particular user does not exist in our real-time database, right? So user does not exist. And we'll also attach the on failure listener. So here also we'll raise a toast. So if for any reason we are unable to read the data, there is a failure while reading the data from the real-time database, we'll raise a toast which says failed. So if everything goes right, we are able to get the data. Then we'll get all the three fields. So the first one is first name. We'll get all the data into these variables, string variables. So the data snapshot is this thing, right? So it.child. So for getting the first name, we'll pass the name of the field, right? So the name of the field is first name. So dot value will give us the value of that particular field. Similarly, we'll do for another two values. I'll just quickly do it. So we have got all the three values into these variables. So it.child, and when we pass first name, what we are doing is, for example, if we got the snapshot of this particular node, so we have passed first name. So this is the name of the field that we have passed. So we'll get John into our first name, and similarly we'll get last name and the age. So now we have got the data. So we'll raise another toast which says successfully read. And now we'll clear all the fields. Et username dot text dot clear. So we have cleared the edit text field. Now we'll set the data to our text view. First name dot text is equal to first name dot toString, right? So okay, we have set the data to our text views. So that was all we need to do to read the data from the real-time database. Now I'll just set this activity as the launcher activity. So now let me quickly install this app to my cell phone and check if it is working fine or not, right? So okay guys, the app has been installed to my cell phone. So if you can see on my mobile screen, if I enter any username, for example Chris M, and press read data, so you can see successfully read Chris, Morris, and age is 23. So let us just enter another name and press this button. Okay, so we have read another entity as well. So I guess we have successfully implemented this function to our Android application, right? And I hope that you guys have understood the code. In case of any doubt, you can always ask me in the comment section, or you can DM me on Instagram. The Instagram username will be there on your screen right now. So if you like the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and press the bell notification icon for receiving notification of the upcoming videos. I'll also provide the link for the source code in the description below. You can check out the source code by clicking on that link. So that was it for today's video. See you in another video. Bye.